You guys practice. Suzanne, your hair is getting so long. I just had to comment on that before we get started. I'm very impressed. It's awesome. Well, I'm very happy to be here with you guys this morning. I've kind of joined the 6 a.m. crew now. Once I started teaching at 6 a.m., now I've practiced this week a few times at 6 a.m. I'm actually totally getting addicted. So I honor you guys for showing up on your mat, and I'm happy to spend this time with you. My name is Megan, if I haven't met you yet, so let's get started in child's pose. Take your time here. Really set up this child's pose. Take your knees out extra wide. Begin your Ujjayi breath, in and out of your nose. Powerful breath. Good morning, Mickey. On your inhale, walk your fingers forward, reach and extend forward. Exhale, press your tailbone down over your spine. Over your heels, I should say. Lengthen your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Take a big breath in, fill your lungs all the way. Exhale, press back. This is one of my favorite poses to assist. So just picture me pressing down on your hips. Press towards the floor. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press back. Last one, all together. Fill your lungs all the way. Exhale, sigh it out. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Create an inverted V with your body. Shake your head yes and no. Let it all go. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Use your core here, and then press back through your thighs. Take a big breath in. Sigh all the way out. Look towards the front of your mat. Come into ragdoll. Walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Take your feet hip width distance or even wider. Like, give yourself a lot of space here. Good morning. Excited to see you guys. Got a few still hopping on. We'll meet in ragdoll. Draw your outer shins in. Reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Extend each and every vertebrae. Three more breaths. Just release all the tension in your neck and shoulders. Let it all go. Last breath all together. Breathe in. Breathe all the way out. Release your hands to the floor. Toe heel your feet together. Root into the floor. Ground down. Then rise up all the way. Tadasana. Reach your hands up towards the sky. Set your gaze in between your hands. Fill your lungs. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll begin this class with one Om together. Breathe in. Reach your hands towards the sky, Tadasana. Reach all the way up, fill your lungs all the way, and bow down. Fold forward. Halfway lift to a flat spine. Reach the crown of your head like towards the front of your mat. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Press them into your body. Take a deep breath in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High plank. Get your spine and your back muscles ready for the high plank. We'll take it one step at a time. Fire up the backs of your thighs. Lift them towards the sky. Get your booty in line with your legs. A neutral neck. One long straight line. Inhale. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze everything into your midline. Come to a hover, upward facing dog. Breathe all the way in. Exhale, press back. Breathe all the way out. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Look towards the front of your mat. Go there. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Tadasana, reach up, take a tiny back bend, fill your lungs, and fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat, step or hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, breathe in, reach up, go back, and fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. To low plank, slow and controlled. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Breath is always a priority, whole practice. Look towards the front of your mat and go forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold. Tadasana, reach up, fill your lungs, expand them all the way, and then fold forward. Halfway lift, reach the crown of your head, elongate your spine, high plank to low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look to the front of your mat, go there, picking up the pace a bit. Halfway lift, fold, Tadasana, breathe in, take your biggest back bend yet, and then fold forward. Halfway lift, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, reach forward, downward facing dog, press back. Take 3 breaths together here. Set your gaze at the back of your mat, right in between your feet. Press your tailbone back. One more breath. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your big toes together and then put a space right in between your heels. Glance down at your toes. See if your knees are blocking your toes and then scooch back all the way in your heels. Lift your toes off of the earth. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Sink deeper for one more breath. And fold forward. Halfway lift, Chaturanga. To the floor, you flow, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. It's like a dance. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Root the 4 corners of your feet into the earth. Square your hips to the front of the room. Bring your intention to that left hip and literally peel it forward. Lift up through your chest, big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, fill up. Square your hips. Spark your fingers up towards the sky. Breathe in. Chaturanga. all the way to the floor. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat, hop forward, halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink really deep, like reach your tailbone towards the ground, and then come 6 inches deeper. Big breath in, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat spine, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one, rise up. Press through the knife edge of your back foot and peel your left hip forward. Big breath in. Warrior two, open up. Glance down at your right knee, press it out towards your pinky toe. Open your hips, open your heart, take a big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Same thing, left side, left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, sink even deeper into your lunge, don't hold back. Warrior two, open up. Set your gaze right over your front middle finger. Move your upper arm bones back, open your heart. Take a big breath in all the way. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat, go there. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Come up, sink deep, one breath, take it all the way, and fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, warrior one. Breathe all the way in. Exhale, warrior two, breathe all the way out. Fill your lungs, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. Move to your breath. Left foot forward, warrior one. Warrior two, exhale. Fill your lungs all the way and flow all the way to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Press your palms into the earth. Draw your front ribs together, expand through your mid-back. Create space in your spine and your torso. Last breath together. Let it all go. Let's take one more breath. I lied. Breathe all the way in. Take a really loud sigh. You're on mute, no judgment. Just let it all go. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged down dog. Bend your knee and open your hips. Flex your toes. Press your foot out towards the sidewalk. Feel your whole side body open. Expand. And flip your dog. Place your foot on the earth. Reach your hand towards the sky. Play with what's possible here. Maybe your hand reaches towards the ground and you go for wheel. Nicole, you're so close. There you go. Awesome. Lift your belly button up towards the sky. Keep a neutral neck, even if you're in wheel. Big breath in. Expand to your greatest expression. High plank. Flip right back over. Side plank on the right. Spin onto your right wrist and your right ankle. And if you're in a full side plank, notice if your hips are falling towards the floor. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Expand here. Get taller and longer. Lift a leg if that's there for you. Maybe even grab your foot, get crazy, Mickey, I like it. Just go for it. Set your gaze up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Last one, expand. High plank. To low plank, come down to a hover. Upward facing, reach forward. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged down dog. Expand all the way from your pinky toe to your pinky finger. I like to really feel each rib separate and expand. And come into flip dog. Take your foot towards the earth and go for wheel. Whether you did or didn't on the other side, just see what's possible. Lift your hips up towards the sky. From your skin to your muscles to your bones, hug in. High plank. Side plank on the left. Spin on to your left side. Really think Tadasana here, like you're in Tadasana standing up, except now you're just sideways and on the floor. Reach your hand up, set your gaze up, and then lift your foot up. What's possible? Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Like one long straight line, expand to your greatest expression, whatever that looks like for you. If you're grabbing a foot, flex your toes, press back even more. High plank. To low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Look towards the front of your mat, hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, we meet again. It's about this like 4th or 5th Utkatasana that I'm like starting to build some resentment towards this pose. Like chair pose didn't do anything to you, it's okay. Just be in it, sink deeper. Lift the front of your pelvis and let your tailbone descend. 2 more breaths. Take it even deeper. Sink your hips towards the ground. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Reach forward. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Step your right foot forward. Crescent lunge. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Stack your right knee directly over your right ankle. Very important. Good alignment. And if you're feeling unsteady, widen your stance. There you go. Give yourself room to breathe. Take a big breath in. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. You can hook your elbow onto your knee. Fire up your back thigh. Take your left thigh up towards the sky and expand when you're ready. So many possibilities. You can take a bind, reach your hand towards the sky. Whatever it looks like for you, take it deeper. Twist deeper, breathe deeper. What do you need? 2 more breaths. Reach the crown of your head forward. Last breath, take it even deeper. Warrior 2. Spin your back heel onto the ground. Press your right knee out towards your right pinky toe. Open your hips all the way. Extended side angle. Bring your hand to the earth or block. Peel your whole left side body open. Take your hand back, your shoulder back, even your hip, like open all the way up. Go for a bind here, and then maybe even bird of paradise if you're a total rock star. Two more breaths to come into your greatest expression. Last breath all the way in. Exhale, twist. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take a breath together. I wish I could hear you all breathing. So metaphorically, allow me to hear you sigh all the way out. That was a good breath, I can tell. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Root down into your standing foot. Lift your back heel up off the mat, right over your toes, lift up. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the left. Feel your whole body stretch like one long line from the heel of your foot to the crown of your head. Extend and then twist even deeper. Expand your arms when you're ready. You don't have to wait for me. This is your practice. Like, take the movement that your body needs. Set your gaze up at your top hand. Take it deeper for two more breaths. Last breath all together. Fill up, reach up. Exhale, twist even deeper. Warrior two. Open your hips, open your heart, set your gaze. Extended side angle. Bring your left hand to the earth. Stack your shoulders one on top of the other. Take a bind. Reach your right hand around your back. Maybe even go for a full bind. Get crazy. Reach underneath of your legs and clasp your hands together. Bird of paradise is available. Lift your front leg up off of the earth and towards the sky. If you're comfortable here in your bind, stay there. Two more breaths. Last one. Expand to your greatest expression. Twist even deeper. Chaturanga. Come back to the floor, all the way down, rise up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Sigh all the way out. Look to the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink deep, take your hips all the way towards the floor. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. You can hook your elbow onto your knee, but wherever you are, square your hips. I know a lot of times for me, my hips will literally kick one out in front of the other. So take time, set it up. And then twist at your thoracic spine. Expand when you're ready. Take your arms out. Reach towards the sky. Set your gaze there. Side crows available. One of my favorites. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, no matter where you are. Ragdoll. Take your feet out super wide. Bend your legs a lot here. Bring water to your joints, especially your head and neck and shoulders. Take a big breath in. Sigh all the way out. Shake your head yes and no. In and yes. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. And if you're like me, you immediately put your thumbs there to help you balance. So tuck your thumbs in, just use your toes and your fingers. Halfway lift, flatten your spine, fold forward. Halfway lift, keep a neutral neck, one long straight line, and fold. Last one, halfway lift, bend your legs, lift up, expand, and fold forward. Release your toes. Toe heel your feet together, do a little dance. And rise all the way back up and come into chair pose. Lift the front of your pelvis and then sink your tailbone even deeper. Draw everything into your midline. Then bring your hands to heart center and twist left. Square your hips. Reach from the crown of your head all the way a long straight line to your tailbone. And expand when you're ready, whatever that means to you. A bind, expanding your arms, side crow. You get to choose. You're in full control of your practice. 3 more breaths. Where can you take it even deeper? Last chance, big breath in. Exhale, ragdoll. Reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Gorilla. Slide your hands right underneath of your feet. Bring most of your weight, if not all of it, into your toes. Take your heels off the ground. Release your neck towards the earth. Halfway lift. Fold. Take a big breath in. Halfway lift. Stretch your shoulders, flatten your spine. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Last one. Big breath in. Fill all the way. Exhale, fold. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana, reach all the way up towards the sky. Take a big back bend, like go all the way back as far as you can. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Root your hands into the earth. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And come into crow pose. Walk your feet up your mat and plug your knees into the backs of your triceps. And fly. Lift your tailbone up towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Chaturanga. Shoot back, I love it. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And go again. Create something new. You're all warmed up. What's possible? Where can you take it deeper here? Maybe go right into tripod headstand from crow. Beautiful. 3 more breaths to explore and play. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, lift up. and come down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nicole, you disappeared. I don't know where you went. Everybody's doing amazing. Let's take 3 breaths. Yay, there you are. Big breath in. Sigh all the way out. 2 more of those. Nice, juicy breaths. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana, reach up, elongate, get like 6 inches taller, reach up. Come into eagle pose on the right. Right leg over, right arm under. Draw everything in towards your midline and sink deep. Lift the front of your pelvis up towards your nose. And let your tailbone descend. 2 more breaths. Eagle on the left. Switch it out. Do a little jig in between if you need. And come right back in. Flex your left toes. Keep your foot active. Most of you guys, I can only see your bottom half. So lift your shoulders up or lift your elbows up towards your shoulders. There's no way of me checking that you're doing this. So hold yourself accountable. Come into your fullest expression. Eagle on the right. Release, shake it out, and come right back in. Set your gaze at a non-moving point. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, unravel your leg and press back for airplane. Keep your foot grounded into the earth. Keep eagle arms. Draw your pinky toe towards the floor. Rotate your foot and your hip towards the earth. And elongate even more from the heel of your foot to the crown of your head. Reach forward. Big breath in. Half moon. Release your bind with your arms. Bring your right hand to the earth or a block. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Breathe in, reach up, expand to your greatest expression. 2 more breaths. And if you fall out, just come right back in. Last breath. Ragdoll. Bring your foot to the earth. Just let it all go. No judgment, what that looks like, what the next side will be like. Just gratitude that you even made it to your mat this morning. What a blessing. Two more breaths. Take whatever movement your body needs. Or maybe you need stillness. Take a last breath all together. Fill up. Release. Release your hands. Toe, heel, your feet together. Tadasana. Reach up. Go back. Fill your lungs. Eagle on the left. Left leg over, left arm under. Notice if you're already in your mind in half moon, like just be in the eagle first, and then we'll explore it later. Draw in, sink deep, last breath. Unravel your leg and press back for airplane. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Flatten your spine, breathe in. Half moon. Stack your hips, one on top of the other. Flex your toes towards your face. Reach the crown of your head forward, 2 more breaths. Maybe reach for your foot. What's possible here? Last breath. Exhale, ragdoll. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more breath, all the way in, all the way out. Release your hands, toe heel your feet together. Halfway lift, big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Square your hips. Reach up. Take a big breath in. Warrior two. Open up. Ground the 4 corners of both feet into the earth. Come into triangle. Come straighten your legs and come forward and down to the outside of your front foot. The block is really powerful here if you have one. If not, whatever's around you. Make a connection to the ground. Stack your shoulders on top of one another. Peel your whole side body open. Go back. 2 more breaths. From your skin to your muscles to your bones. Hug in. Twist it out. Warrior two. Right back into your warrior. Sink deep in your lunge. Straighten your front leg and turn all 10 toes towards the sidewalk. Reach your hands up towards the sky. Lift up through the crown of your head. Get tall. And fold forward, right at your hips. Keep a flat spine. And I just had a huge realization within the last couple practices I did. I used to be like, my head almost touches the floor. How can I extend my spine? But if you pull the pit of your belly in and up, then it literally gives you so much space to expand. Go for tripod if that's in your practice. Otherwise, halfway lift, fold forward. Halfway lift, pull the pit of your belly in and up, tighten your core, and then fold forward. Tripod, make your way down, halfway lift, fold forward. Place your hands on your hips. Draw your outer shins in, squeeze in tight, and then rise to standing. Come into a pyramid. Turn all 10 toes towards the front of your mat. Step your back foot up, reach your hands up, and fold forward. You can totally bend your front knee. A slight micro bend. Halfway lift to a flat spine, and fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Fold forward. Last one, make it your biggest breath yet. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one, rise up. Warrior two, open up. Tighten your core, draw everything into your midline, squeeze in tight, and come into triangle. Straighten your front leg and come forward and down. Set your gaze up at your top hand, and then go back, open up. Peel your whole side body back. Take your shoulder back, your lung, your top lung, reach back. Find your greatest expression. 2 more breaths. Last one, reach up, inhale. Exhale, twist even deeper. Last one, warrior two. Come right back into your lunge. Side facing forward fold. Turn all 10 toes to the other side. Take a bind behind your back, like clasp your hands behind your booty. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky, and then take the crown of your head towards the floor. Let your hands rinse right over your head. Beautiful. If you're not taking the bind, walk your hands back to your toes, where your big toes are. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, inhale, fold. Place your hands on your hips and rise all the way, nice and slow and controlled. Pyramid. Take a nice wide stance. Give yourself some space, reach up and fold forward. And if you want to take a bind here with your arms too, you go right ahead. Find your edge. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Root your back foot into the earth, the heel of your foot, root down and fold forward. Last one, halfway lift. Breathe all the way in. Chaturanga, all the way to the floor, halfway lift. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Come into high plank. Low plank. High plank. Downward facing dog. Come right back into high plank. To low plank. Back up to high plank. And then right back down to low plank. Come to a hover. Squeeze in. High plank. 3 more. You've got it. To low plank. High plank. Low plank. You've got this. Come right back in. Breathe in. High plank. Slowly sink onto your belly. Rest on your very favorite cheek. Reset your breath. Reset your mind. Switch cheeks. Feel the earth beneath you support you. Bring your palms on either sides of your hips. And press down into the earth, feel it beneath you, and then lift everything off of the earth. Everything but your pelvis. Come into locust. From your skin to your muscles, to your bones, hug in, rise up even more, and sink onto your mat. You take your knees side to side, and come right back in, locust. Lift up. Flex your toes, lift your heels towards the sky. Take a big breath in. Release onto your mat. Knees go side to side. Last one, make it the best one yet, locust. Squeeze everything in, all towards your midline, lift up even higher. Sink onto your mat. Knees go side to side. And press into the tops of your feet, upward facing dog, reach forward. Press back, downward facing dog. Make your way onto your back, set up for bridge. Lift your hips towards the sky, no time to waste. Lift up, go now. Place your shoulder blades underneath of your spine, squeeze them in. Lift up even higher, big breath in. Release onto your mat. I think you guys are warmed up enough. These are professional yogis here. So let's go right into a wheel. Lift all the way up, belly button towards the sky. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. Lift up even higher, expand. Chin to chest, come down. Take your knees side to side. And come right back in. Wheel. Lift up. From your skin to your muscles, to your bones, hug in. Expand out. Chin to chest, come down. Knees go side to side. We'll do one more. And lift up. Come right back in. You've got this. Draw in to express out. Take a big breath in, expand. Draw your front ribs together. Expand through your mid back. Don't crunch your lower back there. Come to the floor, chin to chest. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet come together. Take your knees out wide. One hand on your heart, one on your belly. Feel your heart. In this season, it's very easy to feel like you have no control. I know that's how I feel at times. Not really in control of my schedule like I used to be. But what I am in control of is my body and my breath. And if I choose to show up. You guys have shown up. Take 2 more breaths. Happy baby. Grab the inside or outside of your feet. Drive your knees down towards the earth. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Rock side to side. Release your feet. Take your feet up towards the sky, stack them right over your hips. Take your hands underneath your low back, here on either sides of your hips. And lower your legs 30 degrees. Legs, both of them. Lower them 30 more degrees towards the earth. Flex your toes, lower them all the way to a hover. And come all the way back up, 90 degrees. Lower them 30 degrees. Heels towards the earth, lower 30 more degrees. Draw your outer shins in, all the way down to a hover. Lift only 30 degrees, slow and controlled. 30 more degrees, and all the way back up, 90 degrees. Drop your right leg towards the earth and bend your left leg. Put your hands behind your head for bicycle twists. Elbow towards your knee. Don't let your knee come past your hip bone. Take your elbow to knee and then switch it out and keep switching. Definitely keep breathing. Press your your straightened leg all the way out and then bend all the way with your other leg. Don't do little half movements. Keep switching for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going. You're almost there, like you're biking through mud. 2, 1, release. Hands over your head, stretch out. Rock and roll, come into high boat. Only a couple rocks and rolls. The teacher doesn't tell me how many I do, like 20. Let's keep going. Come into high boat, spark your fingers, move your upper arm bones back, squeeze your spine with your shoulder blades. Come into low boat. High boat, lift up. Low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Last one, high boat. Low boat, come to a hover. Sink onto your mat. Rock and roll. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Stretch out your hips, take your feet side to side, kind of walk out your dog, and set up for frog. Create right angles with your knees. Flex your toes towards your face. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Bring intention to your core, and then drive your hips back. Come off of your elbows, reach forward, press back. Take a big breath in, fill up. Press back even deeper. The last few days, it's really hit me how much I used to take for granted human connection. I would skip the yoga class. I would just choose to watch church online, like, oh, I'll go next week. I would FaceTime a friend instead of going to see them. And not in a way of like regretting, but just in a way of reflection, like what was holding me back in those times from showing up and just being with other people. Now, the only way we see people is through screens. And I've never valued being with people so much. In this pose, I invite you to show up. Don't take it for granted. This is just another frog pose. Be in this moment. Feel everything it has to offer. Only 3 more breaths. Soak it all in. Where can you find your edge for the last breath? Find your greatest expression. Release your feet back. You can stretch on your belly in a long straight line for a quick second, and then we'll meet on your seat. Feet out in front of you. Flex your toes towards your face. I like to even place something underneath of my knees so I don't lock them out here. Reach your hands up towards the sky, then fold forward. Take a big breath in, halfway lift. Fill your lungs. Lead with your heart, fold forward. Halfway lift, expand. Fold. Last one, halfway lift, fill your lungs all the way. Fold forward. Set up for an inversion of your choice. Waterfall is amazing, or shoulder stand, or traditional headstand is awesome. If you're in waterfall, place your block underneath of your hips. Wherever you are, drive your heels up towards the ceiling. Shoulder stand, come into plow. And plow to death man's pose. Breathe. Plow, death man's pose, come into plow. Plow into shoulder stand. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come onto your mat, remove your block. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, supine twist. Extend your left leg, let everything fall over to the opposite side. Set your gaze at your right thumb. One more breath, all the way in, all the way out. Switch legs, come back to midline, switch it out. Draw in, let your left knee fall over the right side. Take your left shoulder blade towards the earth. Last breath in. Stay for the exhale. Come back to midline. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Ball up all the energy you have left. Squeeze in tight and expand out. Savasana. Final rest. And where I am, I hear the birds now coming out. Listen to the noises around you. Find stillness. Let's take one last breath all together. Breathe in. Sigh all the way out. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Make your way to fetal posture. Come on to your right side. Just allow a fresh wave of positivity and gratitude come over you. There's so many blessings and opportunities waiting for you the rest of this week. Press up to seated with your eyes closed, feet crossed in front of you, hands at heart center. We'll end this class just as we began with one powerful Om together. Inhale. Bring your hands to forehead center. We bow together. Namaste. Yay! You guys totally rocked it. Great job. I really appreciate you guys showing up on your mat. I love seeing you, and I told you I'm totally addicted to 6 a.m. now, so it's a blessing that I get to spend a little bit of time with you, and you got time on your mat. It serves your body well. So I'm really excited about some of these announcements because Leah's doing an Intro into Power series. It's 8 weeks long, and it just started this week. And it's really focused on the Baptiste style of yoga and understanding each and every pose, because alignment's super important. And it's really important to understand where your body should be in order to get the most out of each and every pose and out of your practice. And so that'll be very powerful. I know that transformed my practice when I really started to understand what I was supposed to be doing, not just kind of like only following the cues that were given in class. So really having a deep understanding is super powerful. And then Amber and Leah are also doing inversion immersion. And so that is going to be this Saturday, April 25th. And it's from 11 a.m. to 1. It's only $25, so totally worth it to take inversions a little deeper. Good to see you, Thomas, you hopping off. But I really love inversions, super powerful if you want to take that. You can sign up on the website or call Amber. And lastly, we have yoga for youngsters, which is amazing because I know kids are totally like pent up in the house right now. And so my heart goes out to the young kids trying to find something to do, and especially the parents trying to give them something to do. So yoga would be really powerful to do with Amber. It's totally free and virtual on Wednesdays from 3 to 3:30. So that's a way to switch it up if you have any kids in your life, want to share yoga with them or with those families. And other than that, we're also doing the yoga bins at Southern Grounds. So if you know anyone who needs a mat, who you want to practice yoga and just wants to grab a mat, or you can also donate a mat, which is powerful because I have like 25 at my house, so I should probably give one. But other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed week. I really enjoyed our time together. And if you ever need anything, reach out. Hope to see you guys on social media or back on your mat very soon. Mwah. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.